Test 1 2. Okay. You put something playing here. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 28th of September. I'm probably going to be a little bit quiet today. Sarah's fell asleep in the living room, or went to the living room to sleep. So I don't have to be too quiet for her, but I checked on my parents this morning with their cameras and all that, because I always check on them, and you know, my dad's usually asleep in his chair because he gets where he can't sleep in the bed, where, you know, he's got pain in his hip or back or whatever, you know. And apparently he had paramedics there last night at like 11 o'clock. And don't know why. One of the videos I heard him tell one of the medics something about his blood pressure being high, which, I don't know. He had a heart attack, but it was like 20 years ago at this point, I think. But you know, he is. My mom next month, actually, my mom in, let's see, in 3 weeks, my mom will turn 90, and then my dad will turn 90 next March. But you know, overall, they're in pretty good health. You know, they're not like on like oxygen or whatever, that kind of stuff. They're not on any of that stuff. But so yeah, I checked on my dad. He's asleep in his chair right now, so he's fine. He seems to be fine. But yeah, I saw that there was movement on their doorbell, and I was like, whoa, wait, what's going on? And yeah, like 11:30 to midnight, somewhere around there, there were paramedics there. So I want to call him or go over there or something, but he looks like he's sleeping. So I'm like, well, I don't want to, you know, disturb him. Like, I can see him on the camera snoring, so it's like he's okay. But and he's moving, so it's not like he's, you know. But I don't want to wake him up. I want to wake him up, but as soon as it looks like he's awake, or I don't know, maybe by 6 a.m., I'll text message him or something and see how he's doing.
Ευχαριστώ τον Θεό.
Yeah, I'm always worried about my parents, though. It's like, I'm always worried about my mom because she's got dementia and she has good days and bad days. You know, there's days where she's, you know, with it and there, and then there's other days where she's just being ridiculous. And I shouldn't get mad at her, but I do, because it's like, she knows when she's being ridiculous. I feel like. And I try to tell her, like, you know, you need to think about, like, your husband for one. I don't know, I hate that my dad has to be put through that. I guess I need to climb.
The Greeks also treat their dead with great honor. And now, they suffer like Egyptians.
Kind of wish my dad had called me, but he probably figured nothing I could do. And I guess he was okay. I guess he figured if they had transported him to the hospital, then he probably would have called me, I'm sure. And I do have, like, my phone will go to do not disturb when I'm asleep, like at night, like from whatever time to whatever time. But if they call me, it comes through.
Empty. Drunk and stupid is a troublesome combination. The tomb's been ransacked. The Romans were looking for something.
Ooh. I left this, didn't I?
The founder must have been buried with these treasures. The relics are gone. The bow and medallion are gone. The Romans are little more than tomb robbers. The Greeks are learning what it feels like to be Egyptian. Have your land, your dead, and your relics desecrated by an invading force. Have the Romans no respect for the dead? I must be careful now.
Etik! Hakmoldo! State! Mora!
Et dabo vos in consumationem!
State! Et
Mortuis! Sic calce capitis! Ut mi, et nunc!
proibere!
Tu iloc!
Julietinian!
Intervecche! Ego! Ubies quod aber Hercule!
Siste! Pausa! Lattiri disciplina vis!
Et nunc finis!
Vatos medallion.
Siste! Ne tu! Et non movere!
The priest will be glad to see the relics returned.
Hey, Creeper Man. Yeah, Origins. I basically played all I can of Oblivion, I think. Like, I've got 100% completion on it and everything.
Nolite Evie!
Tibi ave! Manap! Sendam tibi doi!
Hang on one second. And skill creation. I like it. I think that not all of the Assassin's Creed games are great though. At least the ones I've played though, awesome. I love the stealth aspect. I love the sneaking around. I mean, all that kind of stuff is great. They could easily make it like I always feel like I want to make a Breakpoint game, but with like Assassin's Creed layer on top of it. You know, so basically Breakpoint, but with Assassin's Creed. Or Witcher 3, or, you know, whatever. Where you can make your guy look different, and male, female, you know, whatever, all that stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Put me et nunc!
Let's see. But yeah, it's funny, I never played any of the other Assassin's Creed games, like, well, anything before Origins I've not played. And from what I have heard from people who've played all the other games, they go, well, Origins is where they really changed up the gameplay and everything and made it way better. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Reminds me of Resident Evil, I think it was that way too, seems like. Okay, got 2 more treasures to loot, and a captain and a commander.
Et vos causa ilium tumultus. Irrumabo!
State!
Et ius ilus et gladius meius tibi. Et hic hoc modo.
Stop!
Et percutiamo te. Tira versus fueris. Conemo pro amici. Damnant! Si te! Ne tu! Et non movere!
Like, fine-tune skills and could edit them after the set kill, like dropping a white rose into the killed blood, painting it with crimson. Huh. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I'm cool with the way they've done skills and everything. I mean, I like it. I played this game. I played Odyssey. I played a little bit of Valhalla. For whatever reason, I couldn't really get into Valhalla. I'm gonna try it again at some point. Try to get back into it. What other one have I tried? Odyssey, Origins. That might be the only ones I've tried. Now that I think about it.
Proibere! Tu illuc!
system. Oh.
Yeah, I liked Valhalla. I liked the environment, the theme, whatever if you want to call it. I don't know why I just couldn't get into it. I think the controls are like quite a bit different than Odyssey and Origins, and that made me kind of like I couldn't get my mind around the control system. Maybe that's what it was. Because I liked everything else about it. Everything else about it was cool. Um, uh, I thought it was cool how you're like a Viking person and stuff. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But I still have a commander and a couple more treasures. Let me get way up here. Okay, there's one of the other treasures. Ah, there's the other commander. Let's work my way over that way. Yeah, that's true. But I kind of like that they put them together. It was cool. Okay, maybe it's down here. Yeah, Vikings are not necessarily stealthy. But I think I like the idea that, hey, let's try to put like uh, let's try to put ninja assassin type people into this environment, you know. Um, yeah, right. That's the thing. Well, crap, this is where I was before. Maybe it's over this way. Oh, there we go. There's a doorway here. No, not in here. Vikings create, right? That's true. That'd been kind of cool. I do not know how to get in to see where that other treasure is over there. There's one over there. Let's go grab that one. Nice. Yeah, I want to go back to it and try it. I mean, it is definitely a different. Like Vikings are, they're not necessarily sneaky. But at the same time, you kind of figure, well, but within that lore, you'd think that there were assassins at some point, right? Like, I'm sure there was, Viking assassins at some point. But I'd like to go back to it and try to get back into it again. But that's going to be a while because this game, I still have so much to do on this game. How do I get down there? Maybe I got to go outside the walls here. There's a way in through these rocks, maybe? I wouldn't think the entrance would be too far from that, right? Um, I mean, I don't see like a. Usually they show you like a secret entrance thing or something, right? But the piece for the. Yeah. I don't know the history or anything, but game seemed cool enough. I played it. How much? I don't remember how long or for how much of it I played, but played a pretty good bit of it, I guess. But I don't know. I couldn't get into it. It's like Red Dead Redemption 2. I couldn't get into that one either. I played it up until the point of where you get like your not your house, but your like uh, like where you have all the people, townsfolk, and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. Uh, I got to that point of that game, and I don't know. I couldn't get into it, which is weird because I mean everybody raves about how great that game is, and I'm like, not that it wasn't great. I was just like, I don't know, couldn't get into it.
Ut mi et nunc. Vita meum ad infernum. Tui luc, prohibere.
I might have to look this up to see where this thing's at. See, there's those little building things there, so I'm like, well, maybe that's how you need to somehow get down there, but I don't think so. Maybe there's a... No? I was gonna say maybe there's a thing behind here, but no. And I already looked at this. Online is better than story mode. Make sure you weren't in story mode. I probably was on story mode. Because I was just, I just started playing the game and, trying to figure everything out. The controls on that game are kind of, they're not wonky. They're just way different than any control scheme I've done before. So maybe that's part of what. But you think I would have gotten used to it and said like, oh, okay, I know this button does this button does that, But I don't know. And I love westerns. No, I played GTA 4 or 3, whatever. I'm not sure which one it was. It was on my PlayStation 3, I think. My former boss, had given me the disc, and I don't know. I couldn't get into that one at all. I don't know what it was. I was just like you're not the hero of that game. There are no heroes in that game, which I get. That's the point, but I really couldn't get into that one. All right, you know what? I'm gonna look this up online to see what the deal is. New Accordions, Roman Acropolis treasure. Here we go. Oh, look, somebody else had the same problem. Okay. It says As you face the main entrance of the Necropolis, you need to go to the far right corner of the place. There's a big tree in the center of a courtyard. Okay, so it's this side and over here. Big tree in the courtyard on the right side. Okay, right there. Let's go over there. To the left behind of this tree is a building. Hole in the floor. Oh, there it is. It'll take me forever to find that. Yeah. Just a few minor adjustments. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never got into GTA games. I've heard they're great, and but I don't know. I couldn't get into that first one. Maybe I could get into them now, though. I don't know. I like the idea of open world, and I like the idea that you can, you know, drive any kind of car you see, whatever. Like you could just jump in it and take off. Like that's kind of cool. Oops. There's a lot of games like that though that, like it just missed you for whatever reason. You know, like TV shows and stuff like that are that way too. Movies and TV shows where, like, oh, everybody's seen this movie and it's a great movie, and I go, I just never saw it. You know. I think it depends on your age, your friend group. You know, like if your friends never watched it, then you probably would never do it. I don't know.
Your suspicions were well founded. The Romans took Batos' treasure.
You have the relics?
I do. They were not given the respect they were due.
Those filthy desecrators. I will keep Batos' medallion safe. Legend says if it leaves the city, so will our fortunes.
And the bow?
It longs to be in the service of Cyrenaica again. Please, keep it. And maybe teach the Romans a lesson in honoring the dead.
Huh. Gladly.
The Founder sent you to us. Farewell, Magi.
Okay. I don't know if that bow is. I don't think it's better than what I have. I need to sell some stuff. Let me go to my quest next. See, it looks like my dad's awake. Let me see. If he is, I might either I'll mute the stream or I'll jump off for a moment because I want to talk to him, see how he's doing. I have, we have all the security cameras. The Wise cameras is their brand, in our house and in my parents' house. And my parents have one for like doorbell and all that kind of stuff. And they had paramedics there last night at like 11:30, something like that. And my dad's still at home, so he didn't have them take him to the hospital or anything. So I don't want to wake him, but he seems like he's already awake, so. Yeah, you know what? Let me jump off for a second, and then I'll come back. Because I'm gonna chat with him real quick, see how he's doing. I guess I could pause the broadcast, couldn't I?